Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I will be going over how to draw flowcharts and diagrams on Goodnotes 5. So let's get started. Alright, so to begin, we're just going to open up the respective folder in which we want to create our flowchart. Then we're going to click on Quick Note. This is going to open up the template. We can quickly change that template of the paper very easily. To do that, you just go to the template, and then there you can select a landscape mode and the dotted paper. Then I'm going to create the title of my flowchart. In this case, I'm talking about celiac disease. And then I quickly just make a title for my flowchart. I like to use a brush pen for titles in a bright color such as red. So I'm just going to quickly write out my title, which is in this case celiac disease. Then I'm going to go over to the shape tool and draw out a box around it so that I can highlight that title. Just something to note, you can deselect the fill-in color option and then redraw that shape, and this is what it would look like without it being filled in, but it's just a little less highlighted. So I do prefer to have that fill-in option with my shape tools as it highlights what I'm writing a little bit better. Now if you zoom out, you can see where you have drawn your title page, and you can quickly rearrange that and put it in a more central space using the lasso tool here. And you can move that around anywhere you like. So I just like to put it in a central position. Alright, so now I'm going to be moving on to the main body of the flowchart. Now I'm going to be talking about gluten. So I'm going to select the orange-yellow color and draw out a little gluten symbol and spell it out as well. So for main descriptions, I'm going to select the ball pen as it is finer and select the black color. Now I'm just going to write out an explanation. If you're drawing out shapes such as circles, it is best to use the shape tool as it will make those shapes perfectly for you. So for example, here I'm just going to draw the circles using the shape tool over and over again to represent a protein. And then I will just explain what that is in my black writing. As I continue with drawing my flowchart, I like to use a lot of arrows. But just as a tip, if you are drawing arrows, be sure to draw them out using the shape tool because they will look a lot straighter. So I'm just going to show you the difference here. This is me drawing the arrow normally. However, using the shape tool, it is just done perfectly for me. Then I continue just drawing out concepts of my flowchart as well as explanations. Now I'm going to be drawing out the GI epithelial cells. For this, I'm going to select the pink color and draw it out. And just to note, it is not necessary to draw each one of them individually. I can just draw one of them, and once I am done, I can copy using the lasso tool and paste over and over again. And then I'm just continuing to draw out the rest of my flowchart diagram. When I get to important vocabulary, I like to write it out in a navy blue color so that it is easy to find and easy to remember. And now I'm just continuing to write out the descriptions, and I'm also drawing out some different cells in particular colors so I can differentiate them a little bit better. Now, when I want to group a concept together of corresponding things, I like to write them out in the same color. So for example, here I am talking about inflammatory cytokines. So every inflammatory cytokine that I write out, I'm also going to draw it out in the same purple color so that I understand what cell it's coming from. Now, since I'm going to be talking about microvilli on epithelial cells, once again, I do not have to redraw that cartoon of microvilli all over again. What I can do is simply go back to my original drawing, copy and paste, and then that way it's super easy to talk about it once more. So I'm just signifying the microvilli destruction with a little bit of a sad face. You know, you can have a little bit of fun with your flowchart. And now I just continue to draw out some other specific types of cells. Here I'm drawing out the B cell, and again, I color code everything so I know what's coming from what. Continue writing out my descriptions of the antibodies and how it's tested, and I do that again in my main color, which is black, and I do like to draw out some cartoons because they help as memory aids. And again, always draw out those arrows using the shape tool so you can get those perfect arrows. I do like to use squiggly arrows to signify that I'm talking about phenotype. So what's important here is to have consistent methods of signifying a specific thing. So for example, straight lines means a description, squiggly lines means phenotype, and so on and so on. And you can create those for yourself depending on what topic you're talking about. Now, since I'm revisiting those epithelial cells that we've been talking about, I want to use the same color, which was pink, so that I can know that that is a consistent concept that I am now re-talking about. I then continue writing out the body of my flow diagram, and once I am done with that and I am happy with everything, I can use the lasso tool to move the text around and even resize it so I can get that perfect size and the perfect position. So my last tip for you guys, you do not have to actually draw out every single cartoon that you may need. For example, you can just open up Safari, search up the thing that you want to draw. So for example, here, I search up microvilla cartoon. I select a very simple picture, such as the one on the upper left here. And what I do is just I copy and paste from Safari, put it into my Goodnotes 5, and all I have to do at that point is super easy. I just trace it. And once I am done tracing it, I delete the photo in the back and I am left with a perfect trace. And that is the cartoon that I can use. I can then use the highlighter tool, highlight everything inside so that I am filling it in. And I can even get a darker highlighter and add some shadowing in that way. And I am then left with a very professional looking cartoon as opposed to a hand-drawn cartoon. And it can save you a lot of time. And it is really good for more complex cartoons, such as, drawing out the brain. So once you are done with your flowchart diagram and you're happy with it, what you can do is you can actually export it to another device so that you can then print it out or share it with your friends. So to do that, you just go to the export and be sure to select the PDF version, as that is the one that is easiest to share. And then from there, you can share it to your chosen device or messenger. So that is it, guys. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe to this channel. Thank you so much and see you guys later.